Hey guys, welcome back to the Arsenal save here on FIFA 23. Thank you for your continued support on what has been an unprecedented second season. We are flying. Although a couple of results haven't gone as we might have hoped. The majority, really very well indeed. Let me say a special thank you to Hayden for subscribing to the Patreon. Thank you very much, Hayden. Your name has been added to the end slate of all the videos, etc. and in the about tab of the Twitch channel as well. Speaking of Twitch, if you want to come and watch all of the behind the scenes and see me record all my content live, then you can do so. Link in the description to the Twitch channel. We start today with a game in the Champions League. The Champions against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Then it's West Ham, Wolves and Manchester City. Now with the nature of our league season so far and the nature of our ambitions of winning as many cups as possible this year, I'm actually going to sim the league game against West Ham away, play Borussia Mönchengladbach away in the Champions League and play Wolves away in the Cup with a view to then simming Borussia Mönchengladbach and Wolves tomorrow, both home games, and playing Leicester, Roma and Man United. And we probably will sim Forest as well, although I'll take into account what else is happening throughout the month of December by the time we get there. Because there's probably going to be more Carabao Cup game. Provided we win against Wolves, obviously. There's going to be another Carabao Cup game or two scheduled in at some point. So we are busy, but busy because we're doing well. So that's the kind of busy that you don't actually mind. Drop the video a like, as ever, please, if you are enjoying the content. And continue to leave your feedback in the comments section down below. There'll be a My Player later on this afternoon, as ever, taking on board some of your feedback for that series as well in today's episode. But for now, we're cracking on with a game in the Champions League against Borussia Mönchengladbach, which actually I might play with the rotation side of sorts, but not as rotated as we did in the game against Dinamo Zagreb, because they battered me, and I don't want that to happen again. So we will learn our lesson and play a slightly stronger side, but it won't be a full strength side because I want to have a full strength side available for that game against West Ham. So Borussia Mönchengladbach then, our first opponents of the day. 85 rated Jan Sommer in goal will not be easy to score past. The rest of the side is not at his level really. Parisi at right back, Itakura, Friedrich and Neves, who's a regen actually. Christoph Kramer in the midfield with Nathan Ngumu on the right. They do have Quadio Manu Kone in the midfield, who is a good young player to go to for longer term career modes. So comes recommended by Twitch chat and comment section. Hannes Wolf out on the left, then Jonas Hoffmann up at cam with Abel Ruiz at striker. Options on the bench are few and far between. They would have a better striker, but I signed him and he's playing for me now. Marcus Thuram leads the line for me. You can see my starting lineup there. It is better than we had in the previous game against Dinamo Zagreb, and also this time not actually starting on one button controls, which we did in that game for some reason that is still unbeknownst to me even after watching the footage on the edit back. Nuno Tavares was solid in that first game in the Champions League for him this season, although we did end up conceding 3 goals. But I enjoyed playing with him, and that's, to me, the most important thing when discovering whether you can actually use some of your fringe players or not. That was meant for Marcus Thuram. It's gone to Zinchenko, and he's been tackled. So it's a good start, but at least we haven't conceded this time. Right, Gusto down the line to Marquinhos. He was really good last year, Marquinhos. I haven't, even though he's grown a bit, seen as high a level of performance from him thus far. That was a lovely tackle by Smith Rowe, and Nicola Pepe was begging for it then. Marquinhos has improved in overall, but in experience of playing with him... Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, he hasn't scored. Go on. You got to win that. We'll do the... Sorry. Oh, I signed you striker, then I scored against you with him. Marcus Thuram makes it 1-0. But Jan Sommer showed there why he is going to be a difficult goalkeeper to get the ball past. Ball played into him, and Thuram really should have buried that. To be fair, his touch was a bit heavy. He was never going to lose that second header, but that's why Marcus Thuram is in the side. That's why we bought him, to offer us that physical option. So it's worked well on this occasion, and he's buried the ball in the back of the net. Lovely stuff. We are in front in the Champions League, not behind early doors, as we were when we played Dinamo Zagreb. I'm going to stop referencing that game, because otherwise I'll jinx myself into having a similar sort of performance and result. And I don't want that to happen. Well in, Emil Smith Rowe. Never mind. That's as far as it goes. Oh, thank you. Ah, bugger. Hoffman out of nowhere. 1-1. Balls! I got the tackle in, and then went to turn to then play the pass. I should have just played the pass the way I was facing. as the old adage goes, sometimes you have to play the way you're facing. I decided to not play the way I was facing and still managed to jinx myself. Well done, Ches! Parisi runs straight into Nicola Pepe, or rather Nicola Pepe runs across straight into him. And he's got the pace to get away. This is where Nicola Pepe is actually quite usable because he doesn't necessarily have masses of technical ability when it comes to passing or shooting, but his pace and dribbling is actually pretty vital. That's a heavy touch, but Azpi's going to step in. We will get rid of it. Nicely done this time by the Spaniard. Smith Rowe, I was trying to just dummy that and feign taking that first touch so that we could open up the space to turn and spin. Ball is flying from one end to the other at the moment. And neither side actually creating any chances. Smith Rowe is going to be there again inside. Gibraltar can't find Zinchenko. Both of those passes were meant for him or Smith Rowe. And unfortunately, no chance for us. It's going to be 1-1 at half-time unless Ngumu can come up with a magic. They found some magic. Catch it! Thank you. Slightly concerned that Ramsdale wasn't going to get up to that. There's been a call. I don't know how you guys feel about this. When we get to January, rather than sign a better backup keeper than Matt Turner, there was a call in the comments to actually maybe sign a keeper that's even better than Aaron Ramsdale, like a 90 rated goalkeeper, and then use Ramsdale as a backup. Now, I don't personally think we're quite at that level yet to be able to nab like a Marc-Andre ter Stegen or a Manuel Neuer or a Courtois or a Jan Oblak or something like that. So I'm probably going to lean away from doing that and sign a better backup than Matt Turner and keep Ramsdale as my number one. But I wanted to make sure that I noted to you guys that I had seen that and that you guys were potentially touting that as an option. I always try and make sure that, you know, those of you that leave the comments regularly get the recognition for that. And if I don't reply to it in the comment section, then I'll try and, if the opportunity arises in a certain circumstance of a highlight, mention it in a video as well. Obviously, your feedback is tantamount to the success of the content, and I want you guys to feel like you're heavily involved in everything that happens in these saves. The referee's coming across here. Oh, okay. Zinchenko's actually hurt from that. I was going to say just... Right. Just a free kick, no red card or yellow card, but now Zinchenko's actually hurt. That changes things. Smith Rowe can't really play at centre mid. Ødegaard can, but probably not going to get any boosts then. He's actually a -2. I don't have any other alternatives on the bench though, so it's kind of going to have to be Martin Ødegaard sat a little bit deeper. Not the way we wanted to start the second half, but we will have to start the second half that way. Abel Ruiz gets away with one there, because that is through the back of Zinchenko. I think his right foot got caught underneath him as well, so it might be an ankle injury for Zinchenko. Hopefully he's not out for too long, otherwise our transfer plans might change yet further still by the time we get to January, although we do have a sizable budget to be able to deal with anything that comes up. Smith Rowe trying to find some space and then looking for Gibraltar around the outside, and we'll stand it up looking for, well, either of the taller people in the middle, neither of which can be found. Quickly from Gusto to Saka, quickly from Saka to Ødegaard, quickly from Ødegaard looking for Marcus Thuram, and Jan Sommer makes the save. Martinelli was there, felt like I stood just as good a chance with Thuram of burying the ball. Saka's up for this header. No, he actually isn't. Space for Gibraltar. So! No, not on his left foot. Don't ever do that again, Ches. Manu Kone. Oh, seemed to forget the ball there. Nuno Tavares will intercept that, and Firmino will turn. Saka to Ødegaard. Not rapid Martin Ødegaard, but fast enough to just step away there. We'll go back. There's only 5 minutes to go here, so we do kind of need a goal quite quickly. Bobby Firmino. There we go. It's opened up for Martinelli now, and the sharp turn wasn't really as sharp as I hoped it would be. To be honest, he just kind of slowed down next to the ball. Bobby looking for Saka, who's in. Oh, the angle's tight. Couldn't get the shot away. Can we win this header? We can. Oh, go and get the ball. Stop running away from it. Martin Ødegaard is there. 2 minutes added on. Come on, then. Oh, dead pass. Oh, dead pass. Oh, dead pass. Okay, well, 1-1 then. It'll be a draw against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Just couldn't quite find the chance there in those latter stages. The ball was coming forward and it kept coming into the final third of Mönchengladbach's defensive area, but I couldn't find the final pass nor shot. And when we did find the shot, the keeper was in the way or a defender was in the way. Marcus Thuram with the best effort to score his and our second, but Jan Sommer was equal to it. Zinchenko... Oh no, I just saw in the question, and you might have spotted it too, and there in the answer. As you say, Zinchenko will miss 7 months. For fuck's sake! 7-month injuries were the bane of my existence on FIFA 22. And, we've got another one. Although, in this instance, it did look like it was that sort of collision that has led to the ACL tear for Alexander Zinchenko. And unfortunately, he's now out for a considerable period of time. Most notably, probably the rest of the season. At least the majority of it. So Zinchenko will come out of there. Oh. Right. Gibral So can go in then, I guess. Because he is the other backup centre mid. And we'll just have to deal with it, unfortunately. Right, I'm actually going to sim that game against West Ham as well now, so stay with me, and we'll just get as far as it and quickly simulate it. A draw in the Champions League, but hopefully we should be able to get the result in the Prem. It is away, but with the form that we've been in, the morale of the team, it's a draw. Smith Rowe and Tomiyasu actually with the goals, so the 100% winning rate comes to an end, but the unbeaten streak continues. And of the 3 competitions that we're playing in today, the Champions League, the Premier League, and the Carabao Cup, it's the Premier League where we can most afford to not win a game. Obviously, I can't afford to lose the Carabao Cup game because it's a knockout competition, and I could have afforded to not win the Gladbach game because I've got more chance to recover, and I could have afforded to not win the West Ham game because we've got even more games to recover, which is exactly what we've done. Now, Gabriel is up to 86 rated here, which is great news. Jose Shah in goal for Wolves. Now, because it's the Carabao Cup, I have allowed, so to speak, them to use the initial team that they have put up for selection. Ordinarily, when players like 70 rated Keanu Hoover and 68 rated Nigel Lonwhite get selected, I take them out and put in their first team equivalent, because there's no way in the Premier League that Wolves would play Nigel Lonwhite at 68 rated rather than the 3 other much higher rated centre-backs that they have. But because it's this particular competition, I've allowed it. Connor Ronan in midfield as well at 70 rated. Eva Banega and Mateus Nunes. Adama, Guedes and Neto is their full-strength starting front 3. So it's not going to be that easy, but you can notice that they do have some much stronger players available should they need to call on them. Equally, so do I. So we'll just get stuck in and hopefully go and win this Carabao Cup game. Get ourselves through to the next round and continue to be in the running for 4 trophies this season. Free kick for Wolves after 5.5 minutes. Oh, Lonwhite doesn't have a face. He's got grayscale, as a couple of other players have throughout the course of our experience so far this season. Adama Traore is particularly tricky, apparently, to defend against. Notice Lonwhite we get forward. The centre-back that's going to close down Eddie Nketiah there. He's just got an entirely grey face that says placeholder across his forehead. So, that's good. Eva Banega in there to Adama Traore. Oh, nice little reverse pass. Mateus Nunes gives Wolves a 1-0 lead. And it was all about the ingenious pass from Adama Traore. Fantastic vision. Didn't see that coming myself. Was expecting the ball into the man in the middle, Gonzalo Guedes. But it is, as Stuart Robson just said, a lovely goal. And Mateus Nunes gives the hosts a 1-0 advantage early doors. But fair play. That was a good goal. Adama. Oh, I thought I'd read that. Guedes comfortably at Aaron Ramsdale. Bowl that out quickly there to Marquinhos. Takes in his stride well. And Smith Rowe will lift this looking for Eddie. And Nketiah can't get away from the lowly rated centre-back. Granit Xhaka will look for Eddie Nketiah this time. And he has gotten away from everyone. And really nice goal of our own. Thank you very much. Eddie Nketiah with the assist. Emil Smith Rowe with the finish. And we're level at 1-1. Xhaka to Gibral So. Back to Gusto. Down the right-hand side. Here's Marquinhos. I really want a bit more from Marquinhos. I know I've said it a couple of times today already, but I really do expect better of him after his performances last season. You can see how Nicola Pepe was itching to get in behind there. He was offside, unfortunately, in the end, but that's what I want. That's what... I'm gonna have a go at him again. That's what Marquinhos hasn't done so far this season, is show that attacking intent to drive forward and actually break into the space behind. Nicola Pepe's doing it again here. Smith Rowe is with me. You can see Gibraltar calling for it on the edge of the box. I tried to stand it up to him, but it's come off the defender and out for a corner. Nicola Pepe will try again instead from the set piece. And up we go. And up we go. It can't come much closer, Eddie Nketiah. Nor could Jose Sarr be much closer to him as he took the header. We'll float this one a little bit more, and Eddie's going to win this header too. And for a second time, the keeper will make a very smart save. We'll try for a third time to get a goal from the corner. Smith Rowe this time. And it's Gibraltar underneath it. Adama hooks that. It will come back here to Smith Rowe, who should win this header. Has done. Okay, as Pete, just let it hit you if you like, pal. Xhaka looking for Pepe. Oh, hasn't been able to ride the challenge of Kiana Hoover. And we won't, unfortunately, have the chance to take the lead for a second time. Actually, not for a second time. Wolves went 1-0 up, didn't they? Neto down the left. Oh, perfect way to pass, is it? Indeed it is. And Guedes! That's how dangerous he is. The first goal was very good for Wolves. The second one, just as impressive. The weight of pass on that lofted ball into the middle was perfection. Very, very good indeed. Just dropping it over the first defender and between the two centre-backs. But still a lot to do for Guedes there. So that finish is equally as impressive. Time for changes. Gibraltar is there though. And if he can spin his man, which he can't really do, we could have been in. Could still be in. Thuram round the corner nicely. Smith Rowe, tuck it back and finish. Can he convert, says Derek Ray? No is the answer. Good block by Wolves. They've got a lot of defenders back there, but they needed them. That's a lovely bowl out. And actually, I'm in trouble now. Is he offside? Please be offside, Pedro Neto. He's not, you know. And it's 3. He's just broken the line. And a counter-attack of all counter-attacks sees us collapse out of the Carabao Cup. Just pure shot power has beaten the keeper there. Bugger. Saka's going to try and leave Aït-Nouri for dead here, which he's done. But the man I wanted to try and cross to, Marcus Thuram, has actually come short. I can't fire it into your head if you're here, can I, Marcus Thuram? The whole idea of you being my tall focal point is for you to be in the middle of the pitch to be that focal point. Smith Rowe with the delivery. Here is Marcus Thuram underneath it. It's a great header. It's a brilliant save by Jose Sarr. We had similar goalkeeping performances in other games this season as well. Ødegaard will look to bend this. And Jose Sarr is at it again. I have a funny feeling, lads. We're going to be going out the cup here. And it's mainly because of their bloody goalkeeper! Kudus, Mohamed Kudus, the former Ajax man, off the bench for Wolves now. Score, please! Oh, God damn it! I can't score against Jose Sarr. He's too good. Spin for Ødegaard. Bobby, you're going to have to run, mate. Out to Saka. Come on, then. Come on, Marcus. Keep making that run, pal. I'll fire it to you. Oh, Mr. Lonwhite with a great head and 68 rated is apparently the best centre-back on the planet. He's been unreal in this game so far. Thuram. Oh, come on! Pass has got to find its recipient there. Keep winning it back. Keep giving it away. Run, please. Go on, Bobby! Unfortunately now, there's not enough time left to find another bloody goal. So it's 3-2 we're going to lose in the Carabao Cup. But thanks to Jose Sarr's incredible heroics from set pieces this game, corner after corner after corner, I could not score. And some of those saves he was putting off were unbelievable. Proper top draw performance from their goalkeeper, who surely will get man of the match and would absolutely deserve it too. Neto gets man of the match with an 8.4. I'd be curious to know what... 6.9! Really? 6.9. Some of the saves he pulled out in that game were unbelievable. We are unfortunately, despite 62% possession and 12 shots, out of the Carabao Cup. But quite simply, purely because of their goalkeeper. They scored a very good first goal and a very good second goal and an opportunistic third as we were pushing to try and get ourselves level, as is the risk when you're trying to get yourself back into a game. You can be left open at the back, and we were chasing the game, as we say in the interview. So, unfortunately, Neto's breakaway goal from a very good player who Arsenal have been linked with in real life, and you guys have mentioned that in the comment section yourselves as well. We have been eliminated from that competition. Salernitana want Marquinhos to come on loan to them, and they can get the swift finger. He's going nowhere, thank you. You could have contributed more, Nicola. You're absolutely right. You're doing great, Gabriel, don't worry. And you've got plenty of time to improve, Eddie. And to be fair, he had a good game, Eddie Nketiah, but unfortunately the goalkeeper was just his and everyone's better on that game. Right, as if things could get much more difficult so far today. For the first time since we upped it to Ultimate, now it's time to play Manchester City. City are still just as good as they ever have been. Ederson, I can't wait to see how good he is still. In this one, Joao Cancelo, Aymeric Laporte, Ruben Dias and Alphonso Davies. They also have Theo Hernandez on the bench as well. So if they didn't have enough already world-class fullbacks, Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Grealish, Haaland, Foden, and on the bench, some decent options. Although, to be fair, Theo Hernandez and Calvin Phillips, the only two that are over 82. So not as much depth as City might perhaps like, which is why we're looking to strengthen in that area in the upcoming January transfer window. Most notably at goalkeeper, but certainly elsewhere if we can, so that we can be more competitive on all fronts. There was one trophy I didn't mind not winning this season. That would be the Carabao Cup that we are now out of. So, we now can continually hone our focus on the three most important trophies this year. The Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. Continually, if we can keep Haaland that quiet, then we'll be good to do so. Nicely intercepted by Pellegrini, but it falls back to Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva with a burst of acceleration. Grealish might look to do the same. Joao Cancelo looking to feed him in. Tierney stretched for it, couldn't get to it. Grealish has the option inside. Saliba's in the way. Continually, there is that option there. It would be right at the death of this first half if the goal is to come now. Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne. Defender on his heels. No sign of any awareness whatsoever to try and get to that ball. Even when the ball comes across towards him and I'm pressing clear it, Tomiyasu, statue. Just looks at it. Oh, bollocks! 1-0 Manchester City in the 47 millionth minute. Right at the end of the half with the last kick of it. Bollocks! We're behind. Tierney into Martinelli. Hassled, hounded at every moment. Every man in red and white in this game so far. Finding the time and space to do anything has been particularly difficult. Still reeling from that goal at the end of the first half. Particularly frustrated in the manner in which it came about. But you guys will have conceded many a goal like that yourselves and also been just as frustrated with the lack of any sort of movement from your defender towards the ball as well. So I know you feel me in that regard. Tierney should get to this. Apparently Jack Grealish is 7,000 miles an hour quicker. I know we upped it to Ultimate, but let's not get carried away, shall we? De Bruyne, good block by Gabriel. Get to that first. Come on, run, mate! That's what the sprint button's for. Why is it when you play on Legendary, it's too easy, and then when you play on Ultimate, it's just a bit BS-y. Not sure, but I don't like it. Tierney. Wait a pass. Perfect. Gabby Jesus. Equaliser. Screw you, City. Screw you, unbalanced Ultimate difficulty. Not losing this game. Cancelo's on a bit of a nice run. Just powering into the space. Erling. Strike. Ooh. Reacted late to it down low, but did get to it. Crucially, Ramsdale there. That was very well hit. And to be fair to him, it's a good save too. Foden back here to Grealish. He can finesse him from here. We've seen that before. Tielemans in the way. and does brilliantly to find Gabby Martinelli, does he? Yeah, just able to hold off Big Erling, but I've nowhere to go at the moment. So we're just going to have to take our time. But Martinelli finds Jesus. Look at Ødegaard. Yeah, sure, across the pitch. That's where that was supposed to go, wasn't it, mate? Definitely noticed a bit of a difference with some dodgy passing since the most recent patch. I don't know whether you guys have noticed something as well, but I'm definitely fine. I don't know whether maybe my controller settings have changed. I will have to check, but I've noticed a couple of dodgy ones. That is a familiar misplaced pass where they just kind of kick it straight at the man in front of them. I'll check my settings, actually, just to see if it has changed and for you guys to know whether to change your own as well. I have it on power with regards passing. Let's have a look at the bottom. No, pass receiver lock, animation start. That's changed. I have it on power up. So that's altered. Check your own settings. Don't know why it does that. I've had some instances where I've loaded the game and it's completely reset all of my controller settings. Do check after you load up the game that your controller settings post-patch haven't altered, because mine had. Hopefully we notice an improvement in my passing now. Okay. Oh, I would have been annoyed if they'd scored there. I really would, with the way that Gabriel just bounced off there. Never mind, 1-1 with 15 to go. Ben White has come on for Gabriel. Saliba will take advantage of Phil Foden's wayward positioning there, and I've noticed that Alphonso Davies had pushed a long way out of position as well. Now then, Bukayo, you have got lots of support here on the edge of the box. No! Oh, I must have put too much power on it. I had a man literally free 2 meters away from me. I should have just tapped the pass button. I've put too much power on it, and it's gone to the man deeper in the box who was marked. Lorenzo Pellegrini, unmarked, on his own there, just waiting to tap home into an empty net. Similarly to Phil Foden at the back post for their goal. We're in here, though. Oh, come on. Gabby was right there. Tomiyasu wins the header. Davis knocks it behind for a corner. Moments to go here. We've conceded late goals before. Now I want to score one. Saliba went up for that. It will fall to Saka. Smith Rowe is there begging for it. Out of his feet. His touch is so heavy, though. Ben White up for this. Wins it well. And is there a foul in there? Rodri's just too strong. Just too strong. Do not concede late again, Ches. Julian Alvarez. Too strong for Tomiyasu, but can't get away from the defender. Ødegaard across to Saka. I need it now. Gabby Jesus is there. I merit Laporte's too strong. That's been the difference in this game. Strength. Physicality. They've just been a little bit above us, but the unbeaten streak continues. We may have conceded right at the death of the first half in frustrating circumstances, but we came out firing in the second 45 and earned that draw. Thank you very much, with what turned out to be my only shot of the entire game. Manchester City are just as difficult to play against as they ever have been. That will bring, though, today's episode to a close. Thank you for your support. Again, do check your settings after that most recent patch, because some things may have changed. I need to double check the patch notes, and I will go and do that now on stream to see if or what exactly has changed with regards to passing in the most recent patch, and with the live tuning as well, because they've been live tuning stuff as well as fully patching it as well. We shall wait and see. But moving forward into the next month and the next episode tomorrow. Fine, I'll sell some. I've sold some youth players, but it's not actually registered there yet. Obviously, it must mean players solely that have come through my youth academy. I'll call a couple up, sell them on in January, and get that objective. Not that my manager rating really needs any help there. You can see that, where would it be, objectives? Is it on central? My manager rating is reasonable. Top of the Premier League, and my manager rating is reasonable. Cool story. Tomorrow, Gladbach, and actually a very busy month. Frustratingly now out of the Carabao Cup, but not that asked about that. We'll play Leicester, we'll play Roma, we'll play Man United, and hopefully put ourselves in a strong position to entice some better players to come to the club to improve the squad. That'll do for now, though. Thank you very much for watching. I will join you in the next one tomorrow, or my player later on tonight. Thank you very much. I'll see you then.